Turning now to the sports side of things, it's been a difficult couple of weeks for our area student athletes, of course, learning that they were not going to be returning to either the classroom or the athletic fields this spring. And for our area seniors, the sudden stoppage hit them particularly hard. That's why a number of our area schools came together over the weekend to honor not only those seniors, but all the essential workers striving to keep us here in the Lehigh Valley safe in the midst of this pandemic. Christy Fulkerson has that story.
It was a special edition of Friday Night Lights when high school stadiums across the Lehigh Valley and beyond were aglow in unison. Scoreboards lit up to honor the class of 2020 and to signify that COVID-19 is on its fourth and final down.
It was a great way to number one, show our support to all of our local heroes, our essential workers, our nurses, our doctors, our first responders are putting their lives on the line to protect our communities. And then also to pay homage to the class of 2020, give them something and then dedicate a night to them that, they would not otherwise have.
The idea originated in Texas with the Be the Light movement, one that Saucon Valley Athletic Director Bob Fry came across just over a week ago.
Literally was just reading some stories and came across a story of schools in Texas that did something very similar and thought, wow, that's pretty neat. And I immediately texted Jason Zimmerman up at Northwestern. It was last Thursday or Friday night. It was pretty late, actually, and texted him. I gave him a link to the story. I said, what do you think about doing this?
He said, Bob, this is a great idea. So let's get some legs and, see where it goes.
That night I put an email out to the rest of the Colonial League ADs. And the next day, Jason, expanded. I said, we got to put this out to District 11 and get the word out and have people join in. And it really didn't take much to, convince people.
46 schools across District 11 took part Friday. The initiative quickly spreading across the state. Residents encouraged to stay home and take part in the celebration on social media using the hashtag PIAA Together.
Whether it's Twitter and Facebook and the Instagram pages that people have out. The comments are across the board, and it's not just ours. It's every Colonial League school, every District 11 school. And when you take a look at the videos and the photos that you see out there, there's no doubt there really wasn't a community that wasn't engaged in some way, shape, or form.
I hope, and I think it did. I think it showed them just how much love and support they have. From a variety of people.
It was very meaningful. I thought it was awesome how the community, PIAA, and our school districts all got together and did that for the class of 2020 and first responders. And I know, like with the Facebook feed and everything, my mom was going through it, showing us pictures of everybody, and it made me sit down and watch some old volleyball clips with them that we had.
Noah Marif is one of many student athletes whose senior year came to an abrupt end last month. The Parkland volleyball player with high hopes for what his team could accomplish this spring, but is finding the silver lining and encouraging his peers to do the same.
You have high expectations for your senior year, and you just want to go out there and play your last season with all your friends. And even if some of them aren't in your senior class, you're still graduating, so it's your last year with them. But, I mean, in the end, you got to take away good things from it. And having a busy schedule, being an athlete, and two brothers, slowing down the schedule really gave us some time to spend more family time. And we play more board games now. We have a lot more family dinners. So you just got to look at the positive side of it.
So Friday night, a powerful gesture of hope and assurance for the surrounding communities, and a reminder that while the stadiums are quiet now, there's light at the end of the tunnel.
It brought a tear to my eye. So it was emotional. But it brought me some peace because, as much as I pretend not to struggle, this is tough. It's tough on everybody. You just need to put your best foot forward and be there for your neighbors and your students.
As athletic directors, what we're doing is supporting our schools to figure out how we can be part of taking our knowledge and our creativity in some areas and applying that to the educational world, but also all the extra things that go on in school, all the extra things and activities that the kids are going to miss, and how we can create some sort of other opportunity for them to remember their school year by.
It's a lot bigger than just missing out on your spring sport or not being in school. A lot of people's lives are being affected by this. So you got to look at the bigger picture and be appreciative for what you have, stay healthy, and do your part.
So really wise words from a high school senior that we can all live by, Dan. And I did get out to a couple of these empty stadiums to get some video, and it was cold, it was rainy, kind of had that eerie, solemn feeling. But you also got that sense of hope of all of these communities coming together. And I think it's important to mention how hard the athletic directors, teachers, school districts are working to try to honor the class of 2020. We know they're not going to get the traditional prom, graduation, and senior night for these athletes, but they're thinking of creative ways to try to honor their accomplishments and use technology and social media to do that.
Thanks a lot, Christy. Now Noah Marif is planning to attend Temple University in the fall, where he'll look to major in business. He also plans to try out for the club volleyball team. Noah, one of 5 seniors on that Parkland volleyball team that unfortunately won't be able to hit the volleyball court one final time as seniors. Meanwhile, it wasn't